India, the land of contradictions. A growing economy and power on the international stage, yet with at least 400 million people living below the poverty line, it is now home to more malnourished children than the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. Now, Christian Aid supporters are no different than the average UK taxpayer by increasingly asking us the question, if India has its own space programme, its billionaires, its own international aid programme, then why does it need us? But with more poor people now living in middle-income countries than in countries considered poor, we must refocus our attention on poor communities, not poor countries.
The program of India is not helping the rich or the middle class. The program here is both the civil society programs are helping the poorest of the poor, people who are living below the poverty line. We cannot afford to ignore the huge poverty issues in this country, which are linked with the serious social as well as the historical issues. Unfortunately, the rapid economic growth that what India is witnessing over a period of time has not actually reached to the bottom of the pyramid. So the whole challenge is how to make the growth inclusive, how to make the historically subjugated people to get access to benefit from this the economic growth.
Research carried out by the UK government has proven that an unequal society creates conflict and popular unrest, perpetuates poverty and undermines economic growth. That's why tackling inequality has always been at the heart of what we do, and now more than ever must be the #1 priority of anyone who wants to see an end to poverty. And when you stop to think about it, the simple fact is, here in India, there are 400 million people living in poverty. The question is this something we can ignore? Christian Aid's partner, Parashad, has been campaigning for greater control over land and livelihoods for rural Indians for more than 20 years. In that time, their perseverance has amassed a huge nationwide following and has so far helped tens of thousands of poor people remain on and work their land. A core Parashad team of 15 people are travelling through 25 states of India for an entire year, mobilising and rallying people from some of India's poorest communities to march in October 2012 for land rights and legal reform. Many of these communities are being bribed or bullied of the land on which they depend.
ज़मीन हमारे का जब मंजिल कर ली तो ठीक है, नहीं हम कहीं मत जाएंगे मिट जाएंगे, पर हम लेकर रहेंगे, तो ना माता नहीं है वैसे, ऐसे हम तैयारी कर रहे हैं 17 ग्रह की.
In a country where 90 to 95% people are self-supported, there is no other way than giving right over livelihood resources to the people, and land being one of the major livelihood source, I think land distribution is very important. Land means dignity, identity and security.
Christian Aid understands poverty as a lack of power. That's why here in India we're supporting people's movements like this. Hundreds of thousands of people raising their voices to claim their rights, to redress the imbalance of power, to demand from their own government a fair share of India's growing wealth. And if they achieve this, they'll have what they need to help themselves out of poverty.